Hi, this is Phillington. Welcome back to our continuing coverage from CES 2025, brought to you by MPB. In this video, we're catching up again with Rob Andrews, and we're going to talk about the TVs that are coming to the UK from Hisense this year, which are the U7, the U7 Pro and the U8. So let's find out all about them.
AV Forum's CES 2025 coverage is sponsored by MPB, the global leader in buying, selling and trading used photo and video gear, all with expert checks and a 6-month warranty. mpb.com is the site to visit.
So Rob, we're on the Hisense stand here. Now let's talk about the real meat and veg this year, the TVs that my audience out there are going to be really interested in. Some model changes in terms of territories, so UK is going to be slightly different and so on. So maybe you can explain that and explain the models that we're going to see this year.
Yeah, so as you say, this year there's a certain element of divergence between us and our North American partners over here. So the UK, it's a really exciting lineup, particularly around Mini LED for FY25. So whereas the FY24 range, we had the U7N Series, which was our entry point into Mini LED with a 60Hz panel. For 2025, we will move to a U7N, so an upgrade on that. And as part of that upgrade, we're moving from 60Hz to a 144Hz panel. We also step up in audio from 2.1 to 2.1.2, so an improvement on audio. So a real important step for us forward, providing consumers the ability to access Mini LED as a technology, but with fantastic performance. Those series, the U7, will come, really pleased to say, from 50-inch all the way through to 100-inch, so a real full gamut. And 50-inch 144Hz, we have very strong expectations within the UK that this is going to be a real star performer for us.
And again, it's the availability of the screen sizes you're giving the consumer choice there. So going from, so does U6 still exist, or is U6 gone altogether?
So U6 will go all together. So the 60Hz platform is disappearing. The US market, I believe, will have a U65, but again, that is a 144Hz. So I think fundamentally a lot of the TV core technology will be similar. Obviously, we always have divergence even now with our US partners, whether or not that's around operating system and sometimes audio. But within the UK, we will continue across our entire TV range this year to support not only a VIDAA operating system, but also, really importantly for us as well, Freely, which obviously is proved very successful and had huge consumer appeal in the market so far. And we continue to be the #1 brand within the kind of Freely proposition through 2024, and we expect that to continue in 25.
So moving up the range from there then, and looking towards the, I'm going to say the Pro model, because you've already pre-briefed me on this, but yeah, maybe explain that.
Yeah, so then, as we say, so U7N, the current series, has obviously been our standout series in terms of Mini LED performance this year, and it's been hugely successful. So for 2025, we will be replacing that series with, as you say, the U7N Pro series. So this will see a significant increase in terms of specification year on year. So we move from 1500 nits to 2000 nits. We go from 2.1 to 2.1.2 audio, much stronger. And also across all of our Mini LED as well, a big one for the gamers out there is that we will now be supporting 4 HDMI 2.1 inputs across all of the models, which continues to be important. The other big element that we're talking about when we kind of start to move into here is coming into our processor. So on our U7 and U8 series, we have the Hive-U Engine AI Pro, which is our advanced processor. Slight step down from last year's UX, but a significant step up year on year. And the AI processor really is about bringing credible and tangible consumer benefits rather than it just being kind of jingoistic. So within there we will see technology across both picture, sound, also energy, which is really important as we move forward.
And then top of the range this year in terms of consumer level TVs is U8?
Yeah, so the U8 again, really strong product for us and a product that's performed really well and kind of redefined, I think, the Hisense position in terms of premium in the mass market. The really exciting thing is as we move forward with the U8Q, is an increase in screen sizes. This year we only had 2 models available, a 65 and a 75 in U8. But for 2025, we will have a complement from 55 all the way through to 100. So a much broader range. Again, year on year, really strong evolution in terms of product technology. So from a brightness perspective, we're going from 3,000 nits to 5,000 nits. Obviously, significant increase in local dimming zones really to facilitate that. Audio at 4.1.2, again significant step up into that market, because we certainly believe, even though a lot of your viewers may well be in kind of market for additional soundbars, if we're producing TVs at this level, it's our strong belief that we believe we need to have a strong audio performance, which is why we invest so heavily in that area of our premium TVs particularly. So I think the U8 series for 2025 is looking good.
And the UI that's used, the operating system and so on, it's different obviously in the UK to other territories. But a big advantage that Hisense has had is the fact that you use VIDAA and you have access to all the UK catch-up services and so on, which other platforms, i.e. Google, don't necessarily always have access to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think VIDAA is a huge advantage for us, frankly. And having that level of control over our own OS is as we say, puts us at an advantage versus some other manufacturers where perhaps OSs sit outside of their own kind of remit and control. And certainly I think with things like the Freely development, our partners at VIDAA have worked very hard again to bring that to market and put us in a position to be obviously the launch partner for ETV and Freely in the UK, which was a big success for us. And then certainly as we look into kind of other product categories, so moving more into some of our lifestyle products, like the newly launched Canvas 55-inch, then we see again VIDAA offering a real strong proposition in terms of things like artworks across there, with over 2,000 free titles available through VIDAA Art. So there's some really kind of compelling things that VIDAA can do for us.
So if we're wrapping up this video as we are, what's the one thing that you want to get across to the audience out there at the minute in terms of Hisense 2025?
So for 2025, I think the Hisense focus again continues. So we want to double down on Mini LED for the masses. We really believe that this is the technology that for consumers out there can tick all of the boxes that they need. And I think you'll see when we start to launch models in 2025, the evolution year on year is significant. The other big focus for us continues to be super large screen, 75-inch. 75-inch plus is a big market. It's a market that in the UK is growing, grew 20% last year. We fully expect that to continue into 2025, and that continues to be a major focus for us in terms of that major set. And within that specifically, the kind of 100-inch market, 100-inch plus market continues to be really important for us. Obviously on a global level, as you can probably see behind me, we're the global #1 in TV, but equally really pleased to say, hot off the press in terms of GfK December data for Q4 in 2024, Hisense also #1 in that space within the UK market, following our launch of our models back in October. So a real success within that space, and it's certainly something that we expect to continue.
Well, it's great seeing you again, Rob. Happy New Year, and can't wait to see the product this year.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks, Phil.